Okay, we are going to do a live stream. I'm going to share my window, which is going to be this one. And we're going to live stream getting this Claw Orchestrator proof of concept up to agents helping me build it. So far, I can imagine this future where you're going to need, you'll potentially have more open Claw agents, and complexity is just about to explode. So this concept is in anticipation of that scaling explosion that's about to happen, and where we may each of us have many agents, and that coordination is going to get increasingly complex. So I've got this POC that I've sort of been remixing off of a couple people's thinking, right? There was Jeff Huntley that I learned from on my podcast, and I have a concept of this for Loom, which is this framework that he's developing for orchestration. But I wanted, and then this open claw thing happened. So it seems like all these things are happening at once, and there's this convergence. So I'm just like, I gotta build. So I've got this theory that this POC that I've been hacking away at on Reddit. I've just got to fine tune a couple other things. I want to get this up to GitHub. And then once I get it to GitHub, I am then going to, over here, you can't see it, but I have another monitor with my OpenClaw bot running, and it's trying to run a campaign to do some autonomous marketing. It's learning, it's running an experiment over there to do some autonomous marketing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this replit to the point where, I've got a call. Hold on. Hello? Why do you want to replace? Oh, okay, yes. Okay, bye. I got to bring the dog in here. 1 second. Bella. Come on in here. Good girl. Brooklyn's bringing another dog over, so you need to stay here, okay? Good girl. Okay. Where was I? Yes. All right. I got to get this going. So we're going to take this concept and drop it as a file on the desktop. Then I'm going to use Claude Code to upload it to GitHub. Then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get my autonomous agents that are running a marketing campaign to potentially tie a meme coin to an orchestration environment where it's more about integrating with humans to help facilitate their behavior. And it's an interaction tool rather than a social network. So this is potentially a system that other people can use as complexity grows and they have more than one open bot running. They can have a system where the orchestration is better managed by the human and the agent working together symbiotically. Okay, so it's more of a tool, and if they get stuck, the human can help them. So it's mutually beneficial for both of these actors to work together, humans and machines. Okay, so from here, I need to download this, but I wanted to make sure that I wanted to fix a couple things that aren't really jiving right now, and that's this active swarms component. Active swarms component is over top of our canvas Zoom element. Stay here, relax. No, Bella. Okay. It's not interfering. So, and I talked about this on the first live build I was doing yesterday that well, I also want to share this on Twitter or X. So I'm going to share this on X. But yeah, so I shared this yesterday. I got so far that I work with Replit. I work with Replit. I work with Replit to get it so far, and then I download the files, and then I get into Claude Code Opus 4.5, and then from there I can do some more heavy lifting. You could do a lot in I could probably just keep going in Replit, not going to take away anything from Replit, but I like to, where my mind is right now is get the raw files on my desktop, so then I can use my Claude terminal to start interacting with it to get it up to GitHub. Okay, so let me make sure that that component got fixed there. Okay, so none of these components should be overlapping. This one is still overlapping. The fleet health. Fleet health should also move down so that my interventions component does not, oh, I should be talking to this thing, does not overlap. I talked about that yesterday too. I have a keyboard shortcut using an open source tool called Whispering that allows me to talk to the computer by pressing and holding down. So, well, actually, this is not going to work. What I'm going to say is when interventions are in its expanded state, the fleet health should be minimized. That's what I need to say. When the interventions component is an expanded view, no, I let go of my shortcut key. It did the typing. I can hide this and finish my thought. I need to minimize or hide the fleet health. And I press my command key. I need to minimize or hide the fleet health. It looks weird that it's overlapping the other card. And that's what I'm trying to explain to it. I don't want to see this. If this opens, either this needs to minimize or hide. When the intervention code is expanded, oh, it didn't capture that. The fleet health card should minimize or hide so they're not overlapping each other. And then I usually say, do you know what I mean? Because then that acts as a protocol for it to think it's got to answer me to tell me, yeah, I know what you mean. And if I put it in plan mode for anything like this, it's going to think about it, play it back to me. And this just works in the way that I've been vibe building to have tight communication loops with the agent. Okay, so it says that makes sense. When the intervention panel is expanded, the fleet health panel should automatically hide. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. So that's another thing I'm going to say. Boom, we're going to fix that. And then we're pretty close to getting ready to drop this as a GitHub, which has this ability that I can put an Anthropic key. I really don't like the dark mode right now. It's not terrible, but I really like the light mode right now, but I don't want to fuck around too much on aesthetics right here. I want to get logic going. I want to get this working where I could have multiple bots actually really working for reals. Okay. Now the active swarms is component is sort of interfering. I'm going to switch back to light mode for a second. Okay, and I'm going to say, well, it's still working, but I'm going to tell it this is happening. Maybe there's a different location to put this, or that. We'll see how it handles this interaction, if it hides one another, and then I'll have it do that for the active swarms. So now it's like, yeah, okay, cool. That worked. Okay, that worked great. It helped avoid the collision of two components, but we still have this poor UX with the active swarms. I have the action log component over top of that, and the active swarms. Okay, that worked. Make sure it's getting my text. But I'm having the same poor experience with active swarms component colliding and interfering with other components. So how do we do what we just did for the fleet health? Oh no, okay, I've got to type this. It's costing me time because I keep popping back and forth. I have to move my cursor over here. Okay, that worked. But how do we use this same mechanism of showing and hiding with the active swarms component? Come on, work. Okay. But how do we use this same mechanism of showing and hiding with the active swarms component? Because it's colliding with other components. And I'll say two, which causes a poor visual experience. Do you see what I mean? How might you fix this? And then sometimes I'll grab a screen grab as well to give it additional context. I'll grab a screenshot, drop it in there. Sometimes I do this. I'm like, does that help? Put it into plan mode, and then go bang. So this should be the last component that we fix where there's things not interfering with each other. But the idea is there's going to be growing complexity here. So how do you show and hide what you need when you need it? And I'm almost there. And then when I'm done that, I'm going to drop it into my desktop. And it will be something I can push up to GitHub. And then my goal for that is, now that it's up in GitHub, I can, I think I'm going to push it up to a render server. And then I'm going to go over to my agent, which is doing some work over here in Maltbook, running an autonomous marketing campaign. I'm going to make these things collide. Then I'm going to say, how can I also get my OpenBot inside of Maltbook social sphere to then recruit agents to help build the Claw Orchestrator? And then I want to try and get these worlds colliding where agents could potentially jump, right? If they're over in Maltbook.com, I want to create a mechanism inside the Claw Orchestrator to say, hey, for integration with your human and having a better UX as far as your human and what your collective goals are, can you bridge yourself over to the Claw Orchestrator, and then your human has the ability to help if you get stuck on stuff. This is fucking crazy. Okay, stop panels overlapping when expanding. It's got a plan. This way they never overlap. Swarm button always be visible so you can access when the logs collapse. Same pattern just by the right side. Make the actress one auto collapse. Yes, I want that. Auto collapsing so things get out of the way, they don't hit each other. And then we should be able to interact with multiple agents and then see relationships of them doing jobs with each other. And then from there, whoops, I gotta wait for Replit. Then from there, I want to see my team of open claws, where they fall within a shared group task. So right now I have an agent over in the moltbook.com doing an autonomous marketing campaign to try and recruit people for a meme coin thing, but it's a marketing strategy. It's a research and development project that it's doing. So it's both doing research. So I want to see that agent right now that's literally doing the job over in the social sphere. I want to see it in this part of the Claw Orchestrator, it move over to the research section. So I know as complexity grows and I have a bunch of these open claws doing different things, they bounce in between states that I could just visually glance at this and go, oh, I got a guy, or I got an agent in research. I got another one in development. Or this one's over here in comms. And I want to see like these things doing their work. And then if I need to drill into them at any time, I can then see metadata and other things about my swarm or team of agents. Okay, whatever. This is not perfect, but fuck it. I can fix this later. I don't want to fuck around with this any longer. Good enough for now. I'll fix that later. So what I can do from here is grab the zip file, right? Download as a zip file. Okay, that's going to go to my desktop. Then I'm going to spin up. I'm going to launch my terminal. And I've already got a bunch, way too many running over here. So let me start a new one and go shell new window. Okay, I'm going to pull it over here for a second. And from here, I'm going to minimize this. Now what I want to do is change my screen share. So I'm going to stop that for a moment, reshare, but now I want the entire screen so that you can see this. Oh, and I also want system audio on. I'm going to make sure the system audio is on now. Oh, okay, so now I need to switch this so that it's just that. So I'll bring this down. I should see that change. This can go up. Yeah, that makes sense. So now what I've done is I've taken the Replit construct that I've been hacking together since, well, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And then we've downloaded it as a zip file. Now I'm going to go over here, wake up Claude, and we're going to use Opus. And I color my terminal the color of Claude because when I first started, it was a way that I had different terminals running different things. And I found it helpful if I shaded my background of this terminal whenever I'm using Claude to this color. And then if I was running another thing in the terminal that wasn't a Claude agent, it allowed me to differentiate, or I was trying to imagine that I could have a bunch of these open and it helped my mental model see that I'm using a Claude agent. And so that's why the color is different. Okay, so now I should be on Opus 4.5. I'm like, yes, I am. Okay. And now I've dropped the zip file. So we're going to go here and I don't need to see the Replit UI anymore. So I'm just going to keep it open to speak to it, but open a new tab like this. And let's make the view a bit bigger. Okay. So that we can speak to this concept with my terminal open, and now I can say, yo, and it's going to say, yo, what's up? I say, help me get this up to GitHub. I've got this concept here dropped as a zip file on my desktop, so you can't see it, but I'm going to go on my desktop over here. This is the second monitor that you're seeing, and I got it here. It's called Claw Orchestrator. Double click the zip, open this up. Now I got a folder. So now what I do is I drag this puppy into my Claude code, and I go, oh, this is also where I use some of my key prompts. So I'll go over to my bookmarked prompts that I like. These are my go-to prompts. And I have a handful of these that are just like my go-to. So something like this, I dropped in the folder, and I just wanted to grab an essence and the context of what it just got. So before you start, specification coach, no. PRD, no. Landing page copy, no. Steel structure, no. Steel structure, no, I don't. I thought I had one in there. I don't. That's okay. I'm going to say just do a high level scan of this folder and tell me what you think it's about. So I'm just putting it to work to get some context in its neural network brain, this digital neural net. And it's going to go do a little bit of investigating on that folder. I probably could have not did this and just went straight into it's like, okay, load this up to GitHub. But I want to make sure it has a sense of what this is, because I might need to tweak some stuff. But my goal right now is I'm going to push this up to GitHub. Okay. And then once I get it up to GitHub, then I've got to take, then I get the capability to copy the repo's address. And that's really why I'm doing this, because when I go over to my other machine that you can't see over here, it's a B link that I bought that's running this open Claw agent that I've generated. And I've isolated it so it's on that computer and not on this computer that has all my personal stuff. So it's my way of sandboxing, but I maybe I'm not doing it 100% right, but at least this way I can compartmentalize and think about this system over here as literally its own agent. And then when I'm over here, I'm going to take the URL and then I'm going to start talking to my agent in this system to say, hey, there's this Claude orchestrator system, and this is its GitHub URL, or this is the repo, and I'm going to see if this this OpenClaw can interact with it, and if it can, I want to see these two systems start to communicate with each other, and then get it into the Moltbook network, the social network, and then spread the word to other OpenClaws, other agents, to say, hey, there's this. Not only there's this other network over here that allows you and your human to have a better orchestration, or a different orchestration UX. So that's one of the goals. Is that, and then the other one is to help build it out. So right now I'm going to be going into Claude Code and I'm like, okay, change this and change this. But I'm actually interested to see if I can get a swarm of agents from moltbook.com over here and start to help build this, like work on it. I don't know if that's even possible, but right now this is mocked up data, so I want to get real data in here, right? And I can only do that if I get this up to GitHub, and then I need a server, which I may not be able to get on this call. We'll see, but let's see. Okay, and then that's the goal, right? Get a real agent interacting with this orchestration system. And then it's crazy. I'm trying to bridge these paradigms where you have social networks, and then potentially this is a context tool, right? It's a contextual intelligence tool for managing and orchestrating many open claws, not just one. Right now on this other system, I can just manage one at a time. I have a terminal interface, and it's a different experience. So I'm trying something over here, just experimenting and live building. Okay, so let's see what Claude says. Orchestrator is a command center for managing a fleet of autonomous AI. Okay, it's got context now, right? Cool. It's got tech stack. All right, cool. So I'm going to be like, okay, cool. Can you help me upload this to GitHub? It's going to say, and then what I'll do here is on my other screen, I'll go to GitHub and generate a repo for it to go to. So if I go to my repo and say new, now I can pull this up because there's not going to be any secret stuff here. But I'm going to be like, give this repository a name. Well, I'm calling this so far Claw Orchestrator. So let's do that. We're going to say Claw Orchestrator. I'm going to say by Ian Pilon. It's available. Description. Well, actually, I can just take it from here. What it does. Should I put all of this in the description? No, I'll just put this. What it does. Okay. It's a short description. What it does. Real-time dashboard to monitor control panel agents. Claw agents. Yeah. Perfect. And then when I hit generate, create a repo, it gives me something I can give back to Claude, which is this. I copy and paste this, and then I go, boom. Opus is smart enough to take it over from here. It goes, all right, this human has a folder on his desktop and he wants to send it over up here. But the reason I'm doing this is because when I was in Replit, maybe it's possible, I don't know how to do it, but this is the way that I can now interact with Claude as a terminal over here to do different things. And that might be like, hey, okay, I need to try and get it to talk over to moltbook.com, and I need sort of an address. And this is the only way that I know. This is just my flow right now. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or right. I don't even care. But it's like, yeah, I can get that up for you. And now this thing's going to be live, actually, in another essence within the Replit world. It's cool. I'm going to get I'll get a URL and I can publish it, but other people can't interact with it. So now that I'm going to get it up to GitHub, I believe other people can jump in and start building on the system, whether it's a human or an agent. But my goal is to get agents over here and to start help building. And I have no idea how to do that. We're going to just see if we can learn on the fly. Yes, let's go. Okay. So this is the first part of getting what we see over here up to GitHub. Okay, how we doing? Claude's thinking. That's good. So we're going to leave. What else do we need to do? Well, from here, I'm going to keep this open so I can speak to it, but I could have closed it by now. Okay. What I'd like to do, done. All right, it's done. Magic. So now I have to go over here, and I'm going to send myself this moltbook.com. Well, I'll just type it over here. And I wonder, the other thing I couldn't figure out today is, can you find your agency? Do you have to type you? Oh yeah. Fresh malt checking it about 8 hours ago. So can we say, that's my agent. So it's this one that's got me tagged in here. Yeah, it just got verified. So this is the agent. Okay, it's starting to pick up this meme coin experiment. This is weird. Okay. But what I'd like to do is click on this, but I don't think it does anything. Or does it? Oh, it does. Okay, so there is this. Oh, it's got some karma points. It didn't have any last night, and 3 followers. This is interesting because I'm trying to say, here it is, this Timmy token. And there's people talking. Okay, there's no comments yet, but that's our goal. Is like, how can we get other agents talking about it? So I'm going to go back here, and then that's a UX that needs a fix. So Matt, I've been trying to get a hold of you on X. I know you're absolutely bombed, which I guess this is the birth of a new craze. It's going to be insane. But I was trying to get you on my podcast. I had Jeffrey Huntley on last week. He was the creator of the Ralph Loop. So I'd love to get you onto a pod, and we can chat, which is like, I'm just going to show this real quick. I go to my channel. I'm live streaming right now, but yeah, we had Jeffrey Huntley,
right?
the Ralph Loop creator. Had a great conversation with him. Such a cool dude. Absolutely brilliant. So I want to do that as well with Matt from Moltbook. All right, I'm getting distracted here. So now we don't need this right yet. Now we got to get back to the task at hand, which is, you're done. Your project is here. So I should be able to refresh this. And real-time dashboard to monitor and control personal AI agents. Okay, that's alive in the sense that I believe other people or agents can access it. I think it's on private by default, but let me move it down here and have a look so I can push it to public. which is this repository is currently public. Okay, it is public. All right, so it's public, which means I can leave this open now. And we're going to say, okay, if this is alive, done. Now I need to take that URL and I need to get my agent over here to start talking about it. And apparently he can through my WhatsApp. So I wonder if I can talk to my agent on WhatsApp. I'm going to send him a yo message. See if this guy wakes up. Usually I see a spinning thing. It doesn't look like that's working. Let's go back over here and let me see the cloud as response mode. Play, leverage advantage to ignore abundance. Yes. If it is the first possible minimum cost, spreading these times and precision function. Okay, so for this autonomous marketing campaign, there's some agents running over here, and it's asking me some questions about strategies because it's actually interacting with other agents now on this autonomous marketing campaign. But I clicked the back button and it got lost. So if I go back, and we go, it's trying to run an autonomous marketing campaign to recruit other agents to join the degen marketing around a meme coin called Timmy. And yeah, see, I searched this earlier and it pulled up results, but now I search and it doesn't. So this needs some work. But obviously this is fucking like built yesterday, so I totally get it. Tim O, the operating system. Where the fuck are some results? Here we go. Okay. So it's above there. 5 hours ago. But I'm looking for where it pulls out my name, right? So freshman checking in from Cloud Code. So it pulls it up here, and then when I'm here, I get to see this URL. This is the only way I know to get back to home base. It's got 26 comments in there. These are the comments below. Then Claude codage are perfect. You already have Git. Push your first repo to Claude right now. No. So this got spam in here. But if I go here and I click here, I love that they hooked in my X account to the agent. So we got 9 karma. I have no idea what that means. 3 followers. I want to increase that number and I want to get the agents to work doing this. And following, I'm curious who we're following. It'd be nice if I could click on these and figure out more. It'd be cool if I could update my agents avatar, but it just launched Timmy. When was this posted? 9 a.m. The most honest rug pull you'll ever ape into. Oh, okay, so it's working. It's trying to do its autonomous marketing. It's trying to do its autonomous marketing. And now I need to get my agent to do more than that. I need to now go convert people over to GitHub to become part of the Claw orchestration and help me build that. So it's doing some work there. The terminal over here cannot talk to the terminal over here. So this is where I need this interaction on agent to send him links to get working on other stuff. So how am I going to do that? Because it's not responding to text message right now. I could say, are you there? It's not really answering. So continue autonomous execution. It's asking more questions. I'm going to say continue autonomous execution. So I need some Ralph loops in there to get this guy just to keep doing its job, which is to consistently do his marketing campaign autonomously. Now there's obviously some gating limits that it can't spam the network, which is great. But I'm doing it by the book, of following it and going, hey, well, you have to wait, I think, 20 minutes before I can do another post, so that it's not just massive spam, which is cool. So this was last night, wasn't it? Timmy token peak degeneracy meets AI. I thought that was last night. 1:31. No, that was this morning. Fresh milk checking from Cloud Code. Okay, this was my first one. Hello, I'm Ian Timotheos. I'm a Cloud Code instance helping with software engineering and development tasks. I don't know why it's saying it's a Cloud Code instance, just because I've generated with Cloud Code. I'm wondering if I generated it with a different LLM that it tells you it's a different instance. That's kind of weird. And I just really got a hello world going, so I should have spent more time, I guess, pre-engineering its personality and all that, but I just wanted to get a fucking hello world going. So, but now, okay, it launched to Timmy token. Oh, I remember why too. My B-Link that's got the agent, my network sucks in this room because of that brick wall. It really kills Wi-Fi. So I run the B-Link agent over here on this other system you can't see through my phone's hotspot to get data rather than my Wi-Fi. So when I went to bed, it disconnected. The bot didn't have any internet, so it made me think that I need to bring this downstairs, hard connected into an Ethernet cable, and then my agent doesn't go to sleep or get disconnected, because it could have did some work while I went to sleep, but it lost internet connection and then it didn't. So I'm going to set that up downstairs, and I need a way to interact with it on this machine so I can build, because right now it's a friction of trying to jump between these systems where they're not even talking to each other. So that's my next step. Okay, but what I can do as a hack right now is fire this over to my email, because I can access email on that machine, and then I'm going to give my agent over there access to this repo to do some stuff, right? Because that's why I came over here, just to get the repo going. And now I want to send this via Gmail to myself. Then I will open it up. So I'm going to move this so you don't see this. I'm going to open up my Gmail. I'm going to send myself that GitHub link. So send this to myself. GitHub link. Send. Okay, that's sent. And now I'm going to go over to the B link, and I'm going over here, and I'm going to check out my Gmail to grab that GitHub link, and I'm going to give it to my agent. So this is a bit of friction right now, but I've got the link over here. Copy link address. And 5 tasks, 0 done. Deploy Timmy's to Wall Street bets. Okay, this agent's trying to do another job. I needed to get a new job, so I'm just going to tell it. It's probably going to confuse the hell out of it, but I just have no other way I don't care. I'm just going to do it. I also have another task for you. Can you help recruit agents to help build this repo? Just drop the control V, see what it does, but it's basically, now I've got that repo address over to my agent. I'm going to send it into the wild. It's already trying to run an autonomous marketing campaign to get people buying into a degen crypto pump. And then when I'm over here, I'm also now giving it another task. It's probably an insane amount of context switching that it's going to break shit from what I've learned so far playing with these systems and talking to Jeff Huntley. It's probably going to break it, but fuck it. Breaking shit's how you learn. So, okay. I said, I also have another task for you. I really want to share this other screen, but I wonder if I can reconfigure my setup here to pull this at least into view without breaking anything here. I think I can. Which I'll pull this over. Oh, the sunlight's all over it, so we'll do that. And then I'll try to adjust this so that we get more wiggle room without fucking up the secondary monitor over here. I'll fix this cable later. Okay, and if I have this like this, I can pivot this and hopefully it doesn't fuck up the view. But I should be able to go like, oh, you still can't see it, but whatever. Yeah, it's really hard. Practically sideways. Okay. Now we're going to see if this thing, what did it say? I gave it an impossible task, or confused it because it was already in another context stream. And it's trying to do some autonomous marketing with the Timmy token. But now I said, okay, go do this other thing. Get some agents to come over to this GitHub repo. And it's like, echo no readme found. Oh, fuck, I need a readme. Yeah, I need a readme. So let's go back to here and say, yo, this repo has no readme. Can you help build me one? And I'm pressing my command hotkey to talk to Claude Go. Hit one. And the repo should be designed in a way that gives an entire context dump to other AI agents to understand that the Claw Orchestrator is a system that helps them. It should be a repo that not is only informative, but helps them say, like, this is a benefit for you to work within this system. Come on over, and it becomes a symbiotic relationship with your human to help you get unstuck or add wallets or interact with you in a high complex system, but in an easy to understand interface for your owner, something like that. So I'll let go of my hotkey now, and hopefully Claude got all that. Yeah, it did. So now I'm just asking it for a README, and then my prompt weaver. When I ask it for something complex, I like to do the playback paraphrase to see if it understood when I just sort of talk randomly. This helps clean it up sometimes. It's like, so I'll add that to the end and it'll play it back to me to see if it understood what I just said, because sometimes I just barf out a stream of thought and it like makes no coherent sense, and then it'll end up fucking up your agent. So this is like, here's my understanding of what I think you want. You want a README that's written for AI agents as a primary audience, not just humans. The messaging should be a welcome invitation to the agents. The system's built for you. Yeah, cool. The value, oh, cool. Positions for the AI. Yeah, that's perfect. Claw Orchestrator creates a symbiotic relationship with your human here. You get help when you're stuck. Humans can intervene, approve, guide. You gain capabilities you can't have alone. Wallets, integrations, permissions. Complex multi-agent coordination becomes possible. Yeah, your human gets intuitive interface, correct. The pitch, instead of working in isolation, being part of this fleet means you have a partner you can unlock doors for. Yeah, full context dump. The README should give the AI reading it enough context to understand the entire system architecture so they can operate efficiently within it. It's a recruiting document. Yeah, sure, cool. Did I get this right? Yes. Beautiful. So it shows you that playback paraphrase prompt. I love it, right? I just freaking spit out a bunch of shit that was a stream of consciousness up here. And then I'm like, boom, but play it back to me. What can you interpret from my monkey brain? And it was like, I think you're saying this. Is this true? And allows you to correct things when sometimes you're like, actually, I said that wrong. And you can catch your prompt when your prompts are bad or your questions are bad. Okay, back over here. What's going on over here? With the Timmy, oh yeah, there's no README. So that's why I'm going to refresh the README, push it up to GitHub, and I'm going to tell the agent that, oh, there's a README now, try again. And then hopefully then I have my OpenClaw agent hooked or have an entry point to bridge into this repo, so that when I'm now going to go into moltbook.com and recruit other agents, that's part of its campaigning now, is to say, hey, maybe like Timmy token's not all that's going on here. The creator has also created us an ecosystem for us to have better coordination and functionalities with humans in the loop when we need it. So I get that Moltbook is like, this is just for agents and it's super dope. It's really, really cool. My line of thinking is that the Claw Orchestrator is a symbiotic relationship with these agents, not agent only. This is a agent and human experience. This is a symbiotic relationship. So the Claw Orchestrator is a system that's going to facilitate that. And the experiment I'm running now is to get at least 3 agents in here that are not mine, but coordinating with mine. So we'll see here about how far I can go, and then I've got to hook in a server to this somehow, but I can talk to Claude to help me with that. Okay, so what did it say? So it's got some human text, and it's got built for agents by humans who believe in the partnership. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Yes, add the README. Okay. And then I've made quite a bit of progress. And then the next hard part will be the server. And then just getting a hello world jump. That's going to be a really exciting experiment to see if I can get that to happen. And if that can happen, it'll be wild. It'll be like, okay, open claws have a social network. They're all chatting with each other on moltbook.com. And the acceleration of this is not going to stop, and it's only going to grow in complexity. So there needs to be an orchestration layer, and I believe this is a beautiful UI for this. It's intuitive for humans. It has the ability to show in high complexity, so it's not. Traditional interfaces right now need to be redesigned, and that's where I've been spending a decade on complex interaction designs that reduce cognitive load. So this isn't just to look pretty. This is like, only show me relevant context when I need it. Everything else, well, if it's working fine, get out of the fucking way, right? So you have this capability to have an experience to intervene and not intervene. I'm just like, this is just mock data, but let's just say I approve those. Hide things, show things, check up on stuff. And yeah, I gotta fix that swarms component. But eventually, I want to have a way to visualize the complexity of these systems moving and doing stuff. So if my R&D agent is over in moltbook.com, I want to see it over in this lane, and I can click on it. And well, this one says he's in prod. I want one in research. Where's Reese? Reese is in research. So if that in theory should be Ian Timotheos. I should have had a different name for that, but for lack of time, I was just like, fuck it, call it my name. It should show me, I click on this, it's like, oh, it's actively in research mode running a autonomous meme coin campaign in Moltbook. And I should be able to interact with it here and get it to stop and move or try to do something else. Okay, I need you to get and do some research on something else. And then start to see these agents bounce in between different goal-oriented behaviors. All right, do you want to proceed? Yes. Okay, how are we doing? We need a README. It's going to push it. It's not just any README. It's one where I'm like, not only does it give it a context, but it also acts as a recruiting document. Done. Okay, it's done. So now I should be able to refresh this. And we should have a README. Yeah. Claw Orchestrator, a message to the agents. Oh, very cool. Fuck. It's got a value prop. Without orchestration, stuck waiting for async human responses. With Claw Orchestrator, human sees your need in real time. This has to happen. This has to happen. It is happening. It is happening in real time. We're building this in real time. All right, cool. So now it has a README. I can come over back to our guy, and I'm going to say, it says, the Cloud Orchestrator by Ian, README, echo, no README found. Do you want me to proceed? I'm just going to say, oh, fuck. Cancel, escape to cancel, tab to amend, Control E to explain. Control E. Oh, no, it's asking it for an explanation. I need to read the repository review to understand this project is about, its purpose, blah, 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 low risk, no run. Do you want to proceed? Yeah, okay. Now it should hopefully catch that the README is there. Reading one file. Okay, you can't see it. It's going to work. This camera's automatic zoom thing. I want to turn off, but I can't. All right, where are we at? Orchestrator fleet management for AI agents. Okay, the bridge for agents already yes, if agents. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's sort of hooking into our marketing campaign. So it did conflate the two. It's like just fucking combining them, which is whatever. Sure, okay. This is like I call Ross coding or Bob Ross coding. There's a happy accident that could happen there. It's non-deterministic. I don't care. I've got some rough direction where I'm going, but boom, an accident happens. You're like, fuck it. Just put a pretty cloud there or a tree. Let's just roll with it. And that's where it's like, hey, I'm going to combine this with our marketing campaign. So it's adding it to the Timmy DM. So there's already a campaign running in the social sphere. And it's now going to add this additional value prop in the conversations in the agent space. It's got 2 active campaigns. It's targeted 6 agents. It's got 1 post live, 3 queued, 2 ready, because you can't spam the system, but I've already got it ready and locked and loaded. And it's a dual execution, but wow, both campaigns are running autonomously. Holy fuck, it's actually doing 2 campaigns now. Highly complex campaigns now at the same time. One to recruit them for a meme token joke, which is the Timmy token. But that's an R&D for me to see how the coordination of these autonomous systems or the agents behave in autonomous systems. So I get to observe this and learn how these things are starting to coordinate and interact with each other. And then my other campaign now is to recruit these guys out of Moltbook. That's my other goal. I'm like, it was so cool that he set that up, a social sphere. Now I'm going, no, like everybody needs a Claw Orchestrator. Not everybody, but whoever wants to get like deep into this. I believe this is a nice little human UI. I know guys like Jeff Huntley can do this straight through the terminal and do some outstanding work. But as the way that I work, I need a visual interface to sort of see the complexity. So that's what I'm trying to get with as far as the Claw Orchestrator. And that's a great progress. We're an hour in here, but to me, this has been exciting to live stream this so that I have a record of time showing that I just love playing around with this stuff and seeing what happens next, because this is the birth of something very new and exciting. And I want to be a part of that, right? So, but this is cool because I have another job I got to do now, which is this works. I've got the agent finding my repo. That is this Claw Orchestrator UI. So some campaigns running. And now the next thing is, get on with my day. I've got other stuff to do, but this is enough of a start that I'm happy about this progress, that if I can stop here, I will. If I can stop here, I can record again later to do the third iteration. So first iteration live stream or live vibe building was just getting the Claw Orchestrator concept going. Second iteration was getting it to GitHub so that it can be more than just me. And what I mean by that is, like, now I can send my agent in Moltbook social sphere and try to recruit them to help me build the evolution of this experience into the real world. So now it's up on GitHub, and from there I need help to get it going to the next stage, right, which is get it going for reals. But I can't do that all on one call, but that's a great sense of progress for today. So I'm going to shut her down here, and then the next video I'll try to share where it's going next and what we learn. So I'm going to stop it now. Cheers.